How's it going, friends? Reckless Yuki here. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and if you live in the United States, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you live in Canada, I think you guys also celebrate. So hopefully your Thanksgiving was as well as any other country in the world. If you celebrate it for whatever reason, I hope it was a good one. But my weekend was fantastic. I have to say, my Thanksgiving was pretty good. I don't have any complaints about it. And with Thanksgiving comes the unofficial holiday of Black Friday, where shoppers go to the stores to basically maul each other over to fight for those discounts on goods that they want for themselves or for friends and families for the holidays coming up. And I, for one, am not a huge fan of Black Friday. I feel that families should be at home celebrating the holidays with their friends and family instead of trying to defend themselves and their lives over these crazy shoppers that go and basically try to run through and rummage through everything. But I will kind of get off of that topic. And in this video, we're going to kind of more focus on the things I bought on this holiday through Amazon. I didn't go to any brick and mortar stores to purchase anything, for one, because I don't really feel that that is necessary, as well as I'm never really kind of taken back or feel that the deals that they offer are really that worth, at least not for me, for the things that I'm interested in. But I did cruise around Amazon a little bit just to see what type of deals they had on their website, and I felt that some of their deals were pretty good for things I needed to replace, like my television, as well as with some things that I was just really interested in but never actually pulled the trigger until now. So anyways, without further ado, we'll get into the first box that I have, and with the help of my big ass knife, we're gonna get into it and kind of see what I have. And you know, every one of these things that I have here will potentially make a future video as far as a review. So let me know in the comments below if you are interested in any of the products I purchased so that I could potentially do a review for you guys. So hopefully you like the things that I do or like the things that I am about to unbox. So continuing to open this. All right, so the first box is open and let's see what I have. So as you see, that's the fine packing of the fine folks at Amazon. I absolutely love shopping at Amazon. I shop there all the time for everything that I need, mainly because I live kind of in a podunk town. So getting stuff or going to a store isn't as feasible as it would if I lived in a major metropolitan city. But I like Amazon because it delivers to my door, and with Prime, I could get it 2 days later. So anyways, the first thing I have for you guys is this, an NVIDIA Shield. And I've been looking at this for a while. This is something I thought was really, really cool, but never something that I felt that I needed, but the price was right on this. It's a 500 gig Android TV, so it's not the basic 16 gigabyte version, it's the 500 gigabyte Pro model. And I figured I would get it just to kind of have the extra storage, just to make sure that I don't run out of storage on the unit itself. Now, I know I could plug in external hard drives with this, but one of the things I've kind of heard, or I guess read, is that sometimes things don't work as well. When you try to download things and put it on the external hard drive, some apps won't work, is what I read, and I'm pretty sure that was due to old firmware, and everything that's updated now will probably work flawlessly. But still, I didn't want to take that chance, and I feel that 500 gigabytes is sufficient. But if I run out, I'll probably do a video in the future telling you guys that it's not enough. And I also looked at trying to get a 16 gigabyte version and then just taking it apart and install a hard drive myself, but that also isn't feasible as they use like proprietary connections, which are on this model, but it's not on the 16 gigabyte version. So unless if I want to like solder to the board itself and figure things out, it's not going to be feasible for me to do that. So anyways, NVIDIA Shield, and I'm pretty excited about this. And then the other package, which I don't need my knife for, is this one. Let's just pull this tab. Okay, so I have the NVIDIA Shield remote. So these two things came bundled together. Now, the original NVIDIA Shield, the 16 gigabyte version, you can get on Amazon for around $200 US, but the 500 gigabyte version comes in at about, I think it's like $300 MSRP, and then if you add this to it, it comes out to $350 because this is a $50 remote. And I found it on Amazon during a lightning deal for $250 for both of these. So it was cheaper to basically just go with this, where it was more feasible to go with this model, the 500 gigabyte instead of the 16 gigabyte. And also I wanted a remote instead of just relying on the controller that comes with this. So that's basically what I got. Now, I didn't get the shield stand with this because I don't really plan on having it sitting vertical, but I might in the future. I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to need for my entertainment area, but I just got this for now, and this is what I got, and that's how much I paid. So I felt it was a good deal. So I decided to pull the trigger and, see what this is capable of and see how I like it, because it was something I was really interested in. And now for the bigger item that I got, this is pretty, I guess, cliche for a Black Friday deal, but I got myself a television. Oh my God. So here's my television. I can't even see the camera to see if this is in focus or anything, but it's a Samsung 40-inch Ultra HD TV. So it's a 4K television set, and I don't need anything larger than 40 inches. Because the way my living room is set up in my apartment, it's like not really adequate to get something bigger. This is more than adequate for my needs, and also it was a little bit cheaper than trying to get an extra couple inches anyway. So I do like this. I have always loved Samsung TVs ever since I bought my first one that's in the living room now, but the one in the living room is kind of dying. Like, the only reason I bought this was because I needed to replace it. And the one in the living room has like these lines that have been growing over the past year, where it's getting to the point where it's kind of getting really annoying to watch television. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. Like, I don't even have cable. Basically, I have a lot of streaming services like Hulu, Netflix, and Crunchyroll. So those are the things I like to watch, and because those are always in full scale, like full screen, it gets kind of annoying to see that top part, as well as if I'm trying to do any casual gaming, it will also get annoying because I won't be able to see the top. It's basically gotten so bad that it covers up like a mini map if I was playing like some sort of first-person shooter, which I wouldn't technically ever really do on that TV. But it's still kind of annoying because it kind of takes away some of your information when you're trying to play a game. So that's why I picked this one up. Now, this one, I guess, originally went on like sale for, I guess the original price like $900, $800, but I was able to find it on Amazon for about close to $600. Now, it's a little bit shy of $600, which is decently expensive for a television set, I know, but I figured I need to replace the television, and I don't want a 1080p, so I figured I'll just go ahead and bump up to the 4K. Since my PC is able to game at 4K, then using the NVIDIA Shield, I'll be able to stream that 4K footage to a 4K TV. So that's why I went with this route. And also, I'm pretty excited about this TV. Now, there was a model that was a little bit less for a good amount cheaper. It was a so like the model of this one is a 6500 series. I think the official model number is UN40JU6500F. And if I went with the 6400, which I guess doesn't have as nice of a panel, it would have been about $450 US. So that's a significant amount cheaper for a 4-inch TV that's capable of performing at 4K. But I felt that, this one would be a little bit nicer because I looked at the reviews, and the color representation on this one is nicer than that one, especially when you're hooking it up to a PC. And I felt the NVIDIA Shield is basically an extension of the PC, so that color reproduction I think will be better portrayed on this TV over that one. So that's why I kind of went with it. Now, I could have probably been perfectly happy with the model below it, but I decided to get it because I could, and it was also still on a pretty good price, so that's what I decided to get. So if you're curious as far as my opinions or reviews on this in the future, definitely let me know. I'll do a video of it in the future, just kind of talking about the TV and what I think of it, especially because I think more people are kind of possibly looking at 4K TVs because it's kind of the next thing, is the next jump. If you think back to when 1080p was the newest thing out, a lot of people were hesitant to upgrade from their standard television up to the 1080p, but that's basically became a norm. And I think 4K is just right around the corner of being the next norm, but I could be wrong as well. Like, I don't really feel the difference between 1080p and 4K is that needed. I'm perfectly happy with 1080p, but because I have a YouTube gaming/tech channel, I figured I'd make the jump and make a video kind of talking about my opinions on it in the near future for your guys' enjoyment as well as information. So if you want to see that, let me know. And I guess we'll probably have some time. Let's open these up because I'm really curious to kind of see what the NVIDIA Shield has in it. Now, I know there's plenty of reviews on the NVIDIA Shield, so I'm not really sure if I want to do a review as well. But I'll probably put a video up just to kind of talk about my experience with it and what I feel like, kind of my opinions of this, because mainly I plan on like, my main streaming source right now has been my PlayStation 4, and my PlayStation 4 hasn't really been used for gaming at all. It's just turned into a Netflix box, especially because I'm kind of more transferred over to PC gaming. And so I'm kind of curious to see like how this will perform compared to that, because a lot of people are like saying that this is technically a console, and a lot of people have been classifying it as a console online. So I'm kind of wondering how true is that? And especially like if you have a pretty beast PC, like this might be something that might be a worthy investment for, I guess, just entertainment around your household. But taking this off the box, and this is the NVIDIA Shield, which looks pretty snazzy. It's like almost the size, or it's smaller than a Wii U, but it's still like, it's not actually big, it's pretty small. That's pretty cool. It has a bunch of I/O connections in the back here that you guys probably can't see because it's so small, but that's pretty cool. And the main thing I was kind of curious about is this controller here. I saw some reviews of people saying that this controller is like, you know, a decent controller, but I'm not sure how well this is going to perform compared to an Xbox One controller. So that's another thing that we're going to have to see in the near future. That's probably one thing I'm going to do a review on, definitely, is compare this versus an Xbox One. I want to see if I could hook up my Xbox One controller to the NVIDIA Shield using the wireless adapter that recently came out, see if that's a possibility, as well as see if a control freak will be able to fit on this, to kind of see if you guys who are into using this for your gaming, if a control freak will be able to place on the analog stick, because that gives you better aim, especially when you're playing a first-person shooter, which I think is needed when you're limited to a analog stick. But I think that's about it for the video. I think I'm just going to go ahead, end this, edit, and upload it, and then probably unbox all this, set it up to see how I like it, and start messing with it. But yeah, that's it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys again in the next video, all right? Hope you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.